Callum from Coppish TV, welcome.
Thank
How are you?
Not too bad. Not too
Right,
bad.
so your team got a draw. Do you think it was a fair result?
Probably on the balance of play, if I'm going to be honest, I do think we got a bit lucky with the fact that you got injuries in the second half. First half, I thought we were terrible. We're lucky to get the goal. Not in the way that the goal happened, but lucky in the sense of it was kind of against the run of play. Our intensity didn't seem there. Tactically, we seemed all over the place, and Arsenal started really fast. Credit to Arteta because he came out in the week and said, "You'll be flying," and you guys were that.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that. I mean, when we went 1-0 up after 9 minutes for that goal, especially the way we took that goal, it was looking very positive in the camp. You come back into it with the equaliser for Van Dijk. I personally thought we switched off a little bit there, but fair play to Liverpool. They got a goal back. And I would say that in the second half, I hate to admit it, but I think Liverpool shaded it in the second half.
So we had more possession, but I actually don't think we did much with the possession. So you guys, again, I thought set up tactically quite well. It's a criticism Arteta gets, but today I think he should be praised for it. Defensively, you guys were really sound. Made it really difficult for us to play through you, for us to break you down. The goal came obviously when you guys were a bit disjointed. It was a brilliant ball over the top by Trent. Nunez assist and Salah does what he does. But apart from that, I don't think we had any clear-cut opportunities. You kept us limited to playing outside the box. We were trying to play side to side to try and get an opening. The crossing wasn't good enough. I wasn't impressed by Liverpool today. I was quite disappointed. I thought we would have tried to match you a bit better than we did today. First half, I thought you guys were excellent. You kind of played us off the park. I was watching the game upstairs with AGT, and when you guys got the set piece for the second goal, I literally said to him, "It's going to happen. You can't keep on giving a team who's the best at set pieces in the league set pieces, just like you can't give Haaland one-on-ones. Eventually, it's going to be in the back of the net." So I think you deserve to go in 2-1 at half time. I think on the balance of playing the second half, even though with context added, you guys were a bit unlucky, I do think we deserved a second goal. Draws are probably a fair result. I'm just a bit disappointed with Liverpool.
Oh, it's interesting to hear you say that because some people are saying that they were slightly disappointed with Arsenal. And so I kind of see both sides of the coin there. What I would say, though, is that defensively, yeah, you're right. When you can keep the likes of Salah and people like that relatively quiet, then you're doing something pretty good. But I didn't think there's been a few games, speaking as an Arsenal fan, there's been a few games this season where come the second half, for whatever reason, we've not really kicked on. And I think that was the case today. From our point of view, it was quite disappointing. But Liverpool, I thought in the second half, I thought they were quite good, I must say. Maybe because we looking at things slightly different, maybe that's the case.
I think from a Liverpool standpoint, so I predicted a 2-2 going into the game, but from a Liverpool standpoint, this was probably one of the better times to play you guys. We all knew Saka wasn't 100%, Timber wasn't 100%, no Saliba, no Odegaard. You're thinking, this is the time you get Arsenal and you've got to try and make something happen. You've got to stamp a bit of authority. We didn't do that at all. You guys, Declan Rice I thought was excellent today. For me, I was looking at Diaz thinking, you've got to isolate Partey. You've got to get at him. Partey is a great centre midfielder, but he's not a right back. And Partey locked him up all game. And I'm really disappointed that Gakpo came on, didn't do anything either. So I'm looking at the left-hand side and I'm going, okay, from an attacking standpoint, it's bad. And then I'm looking at Saka toying with Robbo. And I'm like, Saka's brilliant. Again, I've always rated Saka, but he shouldn't be toying with one of our left-backs. And then Tsimikas came on, but again, Saka was a bit tired and then came off. So from that left-hand side, I'm just like, we just offered nothing. Salah was isolated. Nunez was in and out of the game. Obviously, he got the assist, so Liverpool fans are going to be talking about that, but I thought he didn't win any aerial duels. He didn't really put pressure on the centre-backs. The first goal, Ben White had the ball at his feet for about 4 or 5 seconds, and Nunez is just standing there. I'm like, go and close that down. That's Power League stuff. You don't just leave someone there with the ball at their feet. So maybe, again, I'm being a bit overly critical, but I expected more from Liverpool today. I'm not saying I expected us to go and blitz you guys, but I expected more today, and I just didn't see it.
No, I appreciate your honesty. And listen, I think first half, it was clear Arsenal were easily the better side. Like I said, from an Arsenal perspective, just a little bit disappointed we couldn't have done a bit more in that second half. And there were factors for that. I mean, I do think Liverpool raised their game, to be honest, I do. But even so, speak to a lot of Arsenal fans with this, because not for the first time this season, in the second half, we've not quite hit the levels. And there were a few players, and I'm not going to name them, that I thought didn't quite perform today. But having said that, it is what it is. I think on balance, 2-2 is probably a fair result. I'm just thinking, are you guys happy with a point in terms of your longer term aspirations?
Yeah, going into the game, I would have taken a point, especially after the way we played in the first half. I'm over the moon with a point. I'm good with it. I can't sit here and say, yeah, I wanted the 3. I did want the 3, but a point I can live with. We have to now capitalise on some of the games we've got coming up now.
Sure, and Liverpool under Arne Slot. I mean, I spoke to Drifty in the week, and he was pretty excited about what's happening down there so far. Are you the same with Arne Slot? I mean, given that he's taken over from a legend in Jurgen Klopp, how do you think he's doing so far with the team?
Couldn't ask much more so far. Klopp is one of the hardest acts in football to follow, and I think we went for someone who was not the polar opposite, but quite different to Klopp, and I think it's worked out really well so far. His record so far speaks for itself. I think the way he handles the players, the way he handles the media has been exemplary so far. Again, I'm not going to go overboard and be like, yeah, he's the truth yet, because there's a lot of football to play for the rest of this season and beyond. But so far, I couldn't ask for much more of him. And yeah, he's won me over. I'm a massive fan of him so far. I love Klopp, obviously, but so far, Slot's doing a great job.
Yeah, I have to say the majority of Liverpool fans, well, no, not the majority, all of the Liverpool fans that I know and have spoken to have been very impressed with him. Following on from that, do you think you're serious title challengers this season?
Luria, mate. So...
Not to put you on the spot.
Going into this season, I said I think we'd finish 3rd. I'm not just saying this because I'm here. I predicted Arsenal to win the league. I predicted City to come 2nd. When I saw Rodri got injured, I said I think Liverpool now finish 2nd. I still feel that way. I know we're ahead of you guys at the moment, but I don't think we've got a big enough squad, or a squad that Slot trusts enough yet to go all the way in the league. And we've got a lot of games to play. Touch wood, we've not got injuries to key players apart from Alisson and maybe Jota at the moment, but that can all change on a whim, as we saw today with you guys. So I'm not going to go overboard yet. I think we will be title challengers, but I don't think we'll get over the line.
Okay, and in closing, I know you mentioned Saka and Declan Rice as Arsenal's standout players. For Liverpool, who would you say impressed you today?
Ibu and Virgil, to be fair. Ibu was a monster. I love Trent again, but I think Trent today will look at himself and go, yeah, Ibu bailed me out a lot today. There was a lot of times where Trent was out of position and Ibu just stepped across, and Martinelli didn't really want it with him, which is, I like to see that from my centre-back. Virgil, a couple of sloppy moments in the first half, but he got the goal, and then second half I thought it was immense as well. Them two have built such a good foundation for us to work from that even without Alisson in goal, we're still protected with them. So them two I thought were immense today. Gravenberch was good as well, but those two in particular, for me, really stood out.
Okay, spoils are even. Thank you very much, Callum.
Thank you.